Hello again, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little revisit about my fully automated farms. And yeah, well, the last one was a little bit complicated to build. I made it so that it's actually a lot better this time around. Now it works on the same concept. It's just that I tricked it up a little bit, made it a lot simpler to understand how it works. At the same time, a lot more compact because we'll just be using three lines over here, three columns. In any case, I'm just gonna show you how it works right now. So basically, we have our the base starter over here. So the base starter has to be a fully grown plant over here. So when you break that, that's already equivalent to change 1, and then change 2 would be planting. And be careful when you're using bone meal because bone meal is not really reliable because sometimes it skips a stage, so you can't really tell. So there are three more stages after this. So here it is, 1, and it skipped all the way to 4. Okay. I'm just going to like fix that there because it wasn't supposed to skip to 4. Bone meal is really not reliable. So yeah, when it reaches like the 5th stage, it should start our auto harvest. And it harvests everything perfectly except for that one there. That's like a minor error sometimes when things get stuck, especially on the dry parts over there. But in any case, this is really how the farm works, and it's really accurate in terms of harvesting. At the same time, it also like it's really set up in a way that it will actually harvest specifically for 5 by 6 farmland over here. So yeah, you have a 99% success rate. At the same time, this one is not being watered, supposed to be not being watered. So this one will actually grow a lot later compared to our planted products here. So whatever changes that happen to this one will have to happen later. But in any case, without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys how to build this. So please watch it. Okay, just for the liberty of like starting and all, I made a little farmland over here. And this is actually the best kind we can have, automated farm here. The best kind we can have with um, using our literal counting device. Until now, I still haven't found the right name for it. Technically, it's still an auto farm. It's not completely automated, but it does check when when the crops actually fully grown and all that. So I'm gonna start my build for the clock over here. This is technically the farm. You have like a loot box here, the water streams, water hidden behind over here, and the farmland. So without further ado, let's start. We're gonna put a stone here. We're gonna put one here. Now that would be our this would be our what you call this one? This would be our activated for the farm. Now from here, going to do like this and make sure the hoppers are facing one another. From there, you're gonna do like this and set it to 3. All of it, you have to set everything to 3 ticks. Now, oh yeah, you don't really need one here. You just need one over here. Now, I'm just gonna show you the minimum amount of repeaters you can use for this. But for me, based on my experience with this build, it's a lot better if you have like how do I say this? It's a lot better if you have like more repeaters because the more repeaters you have, the longer the water will stay on, or the longer the farm will stay activated for harvesting. So the lesser amount of repeaters you have, the lesser time it actually harvests. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you the minimum it needs to run the farm, and I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to like replace these over here, like this and this and this, to repeaters. And it's really best if you set 3 as well. So okay, first you're gonna set up this one over here. This will leave this on. This one will leave it active, so that's why you won't be able to like put anything in. And then you're gonna put this. You know what, I'm gonna do this later. You're gonna put the observer block like this. That way it will face to whatever you're facing. Next, you're going to put a repeater here. Set it 2 ticks, and then from there you're going to have to do like this. Oh no, I was wrong. You have to have like a line of 3 here, because for one sword it's equivalent to like a power source of 3. So we want the hopper to actually be empty. So yeah, for it to, so when it's completely off, it will no longer power this. And I prefer you use like non-stackable items, because if you're gonna be using stackable items, no matter what number you have, and there's like 5 changes, no matter what item you have, it's only equivalent to 1 tick. 1 tick over here. So if you have stackable items, 1 sword is equivalent to 3 ticks, 2 swords equivalent to 6 ticks, and 9 ticks, 12 ticks, 15 ticks. So that's basically it. It's also different when you're using like chest and stuff. So in any case, yeah, you need a repeater here because it might interfere. Like if you're gonna be using redstone, it's gonna connect. You don't want that. And you need a repeater here for the same reason, because it will connect to our comparator. So we don't really want that. And yeah, you can't put a redstone here, because when this is powered, it will also power whatever redstone is beside it, so we don't want that as well. So this is basically our clock system, and for this we're gonna be using carrots. Now for the meantime, I'm just going to get the materials we need. Now for everything, for every kind of farm item or production item, there's usually like 3 stages of growth. One is the seeding stage, the next would be the next stage, and then third stage, and then that's why you have like 5 sorts. So it'll be 3 stages plus 2. So one would be like the planting, and the other one would be the harvesting. But in any case, we just skipped a stage just a while ago. So anyway, this is like I'm sorry, my neighbors are really noisy. So basically, when you're going to start the machine, you have to have like something like this. You break this, that's already equivalent to 1 change. So 1 source has been transferred. The next, you're gonna be putting a carrot, that's equivalent to change 2. And then bone meal, change 3, and it skipped change 4 and went straight to change 5. This is why we don't want to use like bone meal, because majority of the times it actually skips changes, whereas if you're going to be letting it grow, oh look, it even skipped, it directly skipped. Bone meal is really not reliable when it terms to actually switching things up. In any case, seems like it's all well. So yeah, it's currently 5. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna break this. That's already change 1, change 2, change 3, change 4, and change 5. Okay, the steps has been completed properly, and the farm activates. See, the water source is actually a lot slower because we're using the minimum amount of repeaters we can use for the farm. But in my experience, it's really a lot better to use more repeaters. That way the farm stays on a lot more. And then you can't replace these into repeaters because you need exactly 3 redstones on this part over here. You cannot change it. So yeah, this is basically the farm build, and it's a lot different compared to my last literal automated farms, because it's a lot compact, a lot easier to manufacture, and it actually uses a lot less resources compared to my last few vids. Now, on the last side note, it's better to use a dispenser along with observer block over here to register the changes of this redstone torch. It's not wise if we were to use pistons to block the water flow, because while it may work, problem with pistons is it will only stay on for a short period of time, so the water above the piston will take a while to get down. Whereas if you're going to be using this, you can just do like this, and the water's already here and it already start flowing down, whereas it has to wait for a little while for it to flow down. It's a lot quicker if you were to just use this one. Now, to end this up, you can also keep an auto button here. You don't necessarily need to get rid of this. You can just keep it there in case you want to auto harvest by yourself. So this is technically, so this is basically it. This is our revisited version for our literal fully automated, not really fully, but literal automated farm. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the new updates for this, because I really enjoyed trying to find new ways to make this a lot easier. And I hope if you guys would subscribe, and please don't if you don't like it, please don't dislike. Just hearing your comments and your complaints are actually just good for me, because I'll actually grow a lot better with it. In any case, thank you all for watching, and see you on my next vid. Bye bye.